was a very curious 8-year-old boy. His head was always full of questions. Each day, he couldn't wait to get home and tell his dad what he had learned in school today. Then they would get on the computer together and research more about those subjects. Caleb always wanted to learn more. All Nations Christian Academy was a tiny private school in New Haven, Connecticut. Caleb was in a little class with 5 other students. Those kids were so eager to learn. They were all just as curious as Caleb, always asking their teacher, Mrs. Little, a million questions. On occasion, she knew the answers, but more often than not, she had to Google to find out.
On this crispy winter day, Caleb could see his breath as he stood on the sidewalk, waiting for the school bus. He was so grateful that one of the gifts of the Spirit is patience, because today the bus was late again. When he got on the bus, he didn't chit-chat with his friends like he usually did. The other kids wondered what could be wrong with Caleb. He just didn't seem himself.
Hey, bud, what's wrong with you today?
Asked Tavion.
Oh, nothing,
replied Caleb. Caleb didn't want to tell his friends what was wrong.
My teacher always says we should try to solve our own problems,
thought Caleb.
I've got to try to solve this problem before I ask Mrs. Little for help. It was the week before Christmas. Miss Tara, another one of Caleb's teachers, had read a story about how baby Jesus was born in a manger. She said that a manger is a feed box for animals. As Miss Tara read the story, Caleb felt a little tear from the corner of his eye. Jesus was born in a stable full of animals. He didn't deserve that. He was the Son of God.
Caleb loved Jesus so much. He felt a little jealous of the shepherds and the magi because they got to go to the stable to visit baby Jesus.
If only I could go there too. My teacher says that we should all follow Jesus. I want to follow Jesus too, but how will I find the stable?
Caleb knew that to follow Jesus, he would have to travel far. You see, Caleb lived in New Haven, Connecticut. New Haven is full of important places, like Yale University and All Nations Christian Academy. But Jesus wasn't born in a hospital. He was born in a stable. There are no stables with farm animals in New Haven. Suddenly, he got an idea.
It was Christmas night, and Caleb was hiding under the covers in his bed. He didn't want his family to know that he had borrowed the new phone that his brother Jonathan had just received as a Christmas present. Caleb had a plan that he was sure could work. I figure farm animals live on farms in the country. If I Google country, maybe I can find out where Jesus lives, and then I can go visit him, just like the shepherds and the 3 kings did. Caleb typed in the letters C-O-U-N-T-R-Y. Yes, that's it, country, he whispered to himself. Suddenly, Caleb found himself transported to a place he'd never seen before.
Caleb was mesmerized. He was standing in a mangrove. Colorful birds sang from the trees all around him.
Wow, this place is amazing. Where am I?
He asked aloud. A little girl just had stepped off her canoe and was having a drink of water. Are you lost? She asked him.
Yeah, I think I am. Am I in the country where Jesus was born?
Well, you are in El Salvador. Is that the country you're looking for? I know a lot of kids named Jesus. Which one do you mean?
I mean Jesus, our Savior. Jesus el Salvador.
Oh, I don't know about that Jesus. I know about Jesus Rodriguez and Jesus Gonzalez. They are friends of mine from school. Oh well, I have to hurry home for dinner. I hope you find who you're looking for. Adios.
All of a sudden, Caleb finds himself in a dense forest. Groups of lemurs peeked out from behind the trees. Their curious eyes followed him around as he explored his new surroundings. A little boy who had been looking for berries to take home for dinner spotted Caleb and asked,
"You're not from around here, are you?" "No, as a matter of fact, I'm not. Where am I anyways?" "You're in Madagascar. Where are you headed?" "I'm headed for the country, where Jesus was born. Can you take me there?" "I'm afraid I don't know any Jesus. I'm sorry, I'm late for my chores. I gotta go."
The scene began to change right before his eyes. The lemurs disappeared, and Caleb could now hear what sounded like really loud frogs.
"What in the world? Where have I landed now?"
A sweet-looking girl with brown eyes and curly hair was passing along when she heard Caleb's exasperated voice.
You don't like frogs, do you? Well, this is your not-so-lucky day because you're about to step on one.
"What? Whoa! Thanks for the warning. They are so noisy, but I can see many of them."
That's because los coquis don't like to be seen. They just like to be heard.
"Am I in the country where Jesus lives?"
You're in Puerto Rico. Do you mean my brother Jesus or my uncle Jesus?
"No, never mind."
Before he could say another word, Caleb heard the sound of snorting pigs nearby. A whole family of pigs were happily rolling in the mud and eating slop. A strong-looking boy was busy feeding the pigs when Caleb stood beside him.
"Are we still in Puerto Rico?"
"Are you joking, man? This is the beautiful island of Cuba. Are you lost?"
"You better believe it. I'm looking for the country where Jesus lives. Oh, wow, I see a stable over there. This must be the right place."
Before the boy could answer him, Caleb ran to the stable and peeked inside. He saw a little girl milking her cow. Caleb sat down on a bale of hay and began to cry. Big tears ran down his cheeks and he could hardly catch his breath. He felt so hopeless. The little girl stopped milking and slowly approached.
What's wrong?
She asked him.
"I'm looking for the country, where baby Jesus was born. I was sure it was here, but I was wrong. I'll never find him now."
Oh, but you have found him.
"Is he here?"
Yes, of course he is.
"Where?"
The little girl took Caleb's hand and placed it on his chest near his heart.
Jesus is right here, you silly. Jesus was with you all along. Jesus lives in your heart. He is with you wherever you are. Caleb is getting shaken out of his bed. His brother Jonathan has thrown off all his covers and is yelling.
"Where is my phone? What did you do with my phone, you little punk?"
It took Caleb a second to figure out what was going on. Was he back home again?
"Oh, Jonathan, it's you. I'm so happy to see you, brother."
Caleb hugs Jonathan really tight and won't let him go. Jonathan wants to be mad at his little brother for taking his phone, but he can't help but smile.
"You sure are weird, bro. Why are you so happy to see me?"
I'm just happy to be back in New Haven with you, brother, and with my whole family. But what I'm most happy about is that your phone helped me to find Jesus."
"What are you talking about?" "Okay, little brother, let me feel your forehead. I think you must have a fever."
If you find yourself wondering how to find Jesus in your life, all you have to do is ask him to come into your heart, and he will find you.
This story was inspired by the Rubio family, who has so faithfully and courageously persevered through many trials, and who are relentless in their support of their son Caleb's education at All Nations Christian Academy. You are an amazing witness to all whose lives you touch. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace.